I've basically gone to my trainer for every injury possible. I've gone for my knee, my shoulder, my ankle, and so many other injuries. Without her, I don't know how I'd recover. My trainer definitely has my back with everything I do.
My athletic trainer has my back because I sprained my ankle twice, and she helped me rehab it 100%, and she's there before every game to take me.
How does my athletic trainer have my back? I run cross country, and anytime I had shin splints or an ankle injury, I could just go into his office and he was there and he was really helpful and he taught me a lot of good exercises to make things feel better.
So how does my athletic trainer have my back? Well, whenever I need anything, whenever I just have the slightest pain, I mean, he's the first one I tell, and he walks me through it. He's like, well, it might be this, why don't you do this stretch? And he makes it really easy on the athletes. He calms us down whenever we have problems going on, and he's always there to be a help.
Athletic trainer has got my back because she rolls out my legs whenever they need to be rolled out.
Well, in my case, my athletic trainers have my back through preparation and recovery, basically preparing for our games in any meets or football games or basketball games. They're making sure that I'm eating right, have proper fluids before the games and before practices, and basically after games, making sure, since basketball season, especially when you're playing night in and night out, you want to make sure that you're recovering right. So make sure you're getting ice on whatever it hurts, putting a brace or something so you don't re-injure things. So that's all.
My athletic trainer has my back because she acted as my voice when I couldn't stand up to coach.
My athletic trainer has my back because no matter what my injury is or when it happens, they always go out of their way to treat me. They'll come in on weekends, even if it's not in season, or they'll just try and do their best to rehab me no matter what.
I had some shoulder issues that probably wouldn't have gotten resolved without my athletic trainer being able to figure out what was wrong with it and really help me get back on track and back out on the baseball field.
My athletic trainer has my back because I know that if I was to ever go down and be hurt, that they would always be there to help me out and do whatever was necessary to get my body right. And I know over the 4 years that you develop a pretty close relationship with them, and that they're always there to encourage you during your sports events and things like that.
My athletic trainer's been there by being my shoulder to cry on.
You know, obviously they're always there when you're playing games and practice. You always know they have you when anything were to happen, you get hurt. But other than that, you know, for me, it's more than that. It's more like preseason practices after a tough couple 2-hour, 3-hour practice. They're there for ice baths, or if we have an early out for a game, you don't have the time to get food. You come down and they have some food for you, so you're ready to go. It's more the little things than, you know, what everybody else thinks about.
She wrapped my ankle every day before practice.
My athletic trainers have my back because they are my parents away from home and they keep me in one piece mentally and physically.
Athletic trainers got my back by helping me through my multiple injuries and helping me get back on the field quickly to the sport I love.
I know our athletic trainer has personally had my back because one of my softball players was seriously injured my first week coaching. She got hit with a line drive in her throat and had to be helicoptered to Johns Hopkins, and I knew I could call Sue right away, and she was right there telling me what to do. As a 23-year-old brand new teacher and coach, I was very nervous and very uncomfortable, and our athletic trainer was amazing, and I knew from then, 6 years ago till now, that she would have my back for anything else that I needed.
Because they keep our athletes healthy and get them back on the field.
My name is Brian Brown, the Athletic and Activities Coordinator here at Walled Lake Hospital. We are so thankful to have an athletic trainer here at Walled Lake Hospital who's got our back when it comes to the care of our athletes, prevention of injuries, and the timely and safe return to play for all of our athletes here at Walled Lake Hospital. Thank you, athletic trainers everywhere, for all that you do.
Our athletic trainer has our back. Who has yours?
Athletic trainers are important because they are important members of our athletic teams. They help us get through the daily bumps and bruises that come with playing sports.
Athletic trainers are important because as soon as you get hurt, you want to get back onto the field as quick as possible. They can do whatever they can to get you back onto that field. They can throw you in the back of an ambulance, or they can tape you right up and get you right back out there.
Our athletic trainers are important for every athlete at our school. In case we get injured, to come back to our full health and return to our sport and game for our team as quickly as possible, and they're crucial for the whole school and teams.
Our athletic trainer is important because without her, our injuries that we get are most of the time very serious, and we need someone to be able to look at them after our games and before our games and help us be able to get ready to stretch from there.
Well, I've been coaching for about 38 years, so I predate athletic trainers, and I can tell you before we had athletic trainers, there were some scary situations where we want to make sure that someone with some medical experience could deal with injuries.
Anytime our pitchers are done throwing, they go to her to get some ice so they can be ready for their next start. She's pretty much our 10th man.
Hello, this is Chuck Mutzler from Professional Sports Care and Rehab. Thanks to all the athletic trainers for being the first responders to athletic injuries.
Well, I have partially torn 3 ligaments in my ankle. I have runner's knee, jumper's knee, a bad wrist, and I've had 3 concussions, yet I finished every athletic season. That's why athletic trainers are important.
Trainers are very important, especially coming from a coach's aspect. I really want to focus on coaching. When things happen in the game, it's great to have someone to go over and take care of kids, help them with calming them down, keeping everything in perspective, even though things are really out of order. Not having to really focus on accidents and things that happen on the court allow me to really keep my team together, takes that pressure off of me, so they're great to actually have around. Making sure that our girls are being taken care of, they're rehabbing. Teenagers don't do that on their own, so being accountable and holding our girls accountable definitely helps my job as a coach better. Has Mike?
Well, I think probably that staff is probably as irreplaceable as any staff we have in our on our campus. Again, with the number of athletes that we've recruited, plus the number of sports that we've added, it puts a real burden on those athletic trainers or these grad assistants, and everybody kind of combines to do a great job for us. They're very concerned about the well-being of our athletes, not only the physical well-being, but their emotional and mental well-being. They find out some things about our athletes that maybe the coach doesn't know, and that is always a good thing, that we can treat our athletes with the proper sports medicine that we have available. Their hours are unbelievable. Sometimes they're here at 6 o'clock in the morning for practice, and on game nights they may not get back from, say, a weight trip till after midnight. So, we're asking a lot of them, and they do a lot for us. And I'm sure that not only our coaches, but our student athletes are very appreciative of their efforts.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Why is my athletic trainer important to me? My tooth went through my lip during soccer practice one day, and Sean did such a good job of fixing it that I didn't have to get stitches.
Athletic trainers are important because they help athletes like me who have chronic injuries get through full sports seasons.
Trainers are an important part of our athletic experience. It's certainly in today's culture, kids and families will get overzealous at times in terms of what they do with their young children, and it's important that athletic trainers and schools are there to make sure that families make good choices, that they're back on the field when they should be back on the field, not when a parent or a coach thinks they should be back on the field. So it's important for them to understand the injuries, understand how rehab works, and work with the school to make sure that we are looking out for the best interest of the kid.